Hello and welcome to another Ercoupe TV. This is going to be the first in a new series that I'm calling my 2020 Southwest Adventure. So what's going on? Well, it's a long story. Jessica Cox and her husband Patrick called me in early July and were looking for advice on planning a long Ercoupe adventure. Jessica and I briefly met at Oshkosh in 2019 and we spoke a little bit about my planning the trip out there from California to Wisconsin. And I think that's why she called me for advice for a trip that she had in mind, which was to get her Ercoupe, November 26 Romeo, from her home base in Arizona up to Washington, D.C. for the 30th anniversary of the ADA. She was going to be flying some senators in her Ercoupe. So we spoke for a while, and it turned out that she needed a ferry pilot to get the aircraft from Arizona up to D.C. I thought of my friend Andrew, who it turns out was available to do that. That turned into the plan, that Andrew would ferry 26 Romeo up to DC. Now, then he's always full of good ideas, and came up with the idea that I would do it with him, so we would go together. Since I wasn't flying to Oshkosh this year because it's cancelled for the virus stuff, it seemed like an opportunity for a good aviation adventure. So that's what we were going to do. I would fly commercially out to Arizona, and then once we got to DC, I would fly commercially back home. But then things changed, and I thought it would remove one of the commercial flights if I was to fly 805 out to Arizona. So that then became the plan that I would fly out to Arizona in 805. Things again changed, and you'll find out how in the video, but that's the plan at this time. Spoiler alert, 26 Romeo did get to DC in time for all the celebrations, so that all worked out well. Alright, let's watch the video. Alright. Whoa, it's hot. So I'm going to do a quick oil change here, due for actually I've got about 30 hours, so I could go with this oil, but might as well do a change, give it nice fresh oil for the long trip. I just went and just bought the coupe out here to warm up the oil for the oil change and fill up with fuel for tomorrow morning. And I noticed my friend Doug's hangar open over there, and I went and spoke to him. I was in two minds as to whether I needed to do the oil change because it was just under 30 hours on this oil. Recommended interval is 50 hours. I've got probably, 18 hours of flight coming up on this trip to Arizona. And yeah, I wasn't sure. Is it right to do an oil change right the day before I'm going to go on this big trip? I could screw something up on the filter, or I don't know, something. So anyway, the consensus over there with all the wisdom in that hangar was, yeah, you're good. So I think I agree with that, and I'm going to leave the oil. So we'll fly down with this oil and do the change when I get back. So let's just fill up the tanks, get ready for 6 o'clock departure tomorrow. Okay, tyre checks, nose wheel, perfect. After replacing that valve stem, that's great, keeping its pressure. Just got this main off here. That's showing 17, which is perfectly where it should be. 17 PSI. One more to do, and then I'm heading home. Okay, so there's a quick introduction to my upcoming travelogue for this Southwest adventure. Stick around, there's some interesting travel adventures coming. No fuel at 29 Palms, formation flying over an aircraft boneyard with Andrew, rattlesnakes in New Mexico, having the red carpet laid out for us in Texas, and landing on a dirt strip at the Grand Canyon. Please make sure you're subscribed and press that little bell button to make sure you get a notification when the episodes are ready. Thanks for all the support on my channel. See you soon.